Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us where you live and what you do.
Kodai, Takahashi from Japan. Now I'm 26, and last summer I moved to LA, and then right now I'm based in Culver City in California.
And so, what's your business?
I'm running a company called Silk the Rich, and then which is like silk-related product maker from Japan. And we are now making shampoo, treatment, hair oil, and then some other cosmetic stuff in Japan.
Awesome. So what kind of inspired you? What need did you see in the market here in the US to start this company and bring it here to the US market?
I just started the company 3 years ago in Japan. And then it was really, really hard to get into the shampoo market because shampoo industry is pretty red ocean. But I thought silk, which is from Japan, has some potential to go global. So we mix the silk ingredient into shampoo and then released in Japan. And now we are selling in more than 5,000 stores in Japan. And last summer we made a branch company in California and then started selling in some stores I guess it's now 30 stores in America. So it's just started.
Awesome. So in terms of silk, I'm curious about that. For people who don't know, what exactly is silk and how does it help you, in your hair and your shampoo?
Okay, so when you think of silk, I think you're gonna think of silk clothes, but actually silk clothes is made from the outside of the silk ball. You know the silk ball?
Yeah.
Okay, and then inside the silk ball there's a liquid which gonna makes your hair silky and shiny and bright. Because of that liquid ingredient, the silk clothes gonna look shiny. So me and other co-founders thought if you put that liquid inside it into shampoo, maybe your hair gonna be silky, So I made it and try again, and then finally we could make it.
That's awesome. So in terms of your customers today, is it mostly men or women or people of a certain age? What does that look like?
Half and a half, I guess around 57% of men and other 43 are women, but it's half and a half. But right now the ratio of online and offline channel is 3-7. So we want to put more focus on D2C channel. I mean subscription channel from now on. Yeah.
So in terms of D2C, how have you kind of gone about getting new customers and getting the word out there? Have you run ads on Meta or TikTok or even other channels?
Mm-hmm. There are various ways to get customers. First of all, we did some big marketing because if we run, first of all, we run some ads on Meta or YouTube or TikTok, but that didn't work. Yeah, actually that worked a little, but that didn't have a big influence on our acquisition of customers. Then we thought we're going to do some influencer marketing. So we got some big influencer in Japan who is called Mikura Sakura, who is a fighter and YouTuber. I guess he's the most famous YouTuber, the fighter and YouTuber in Japan. So we talked to him and we discussed it. And then he said, he's going to invest in our company. And then he's going to be the director of the company. And so after he joined, he has millions and millions of followers on YouTube and Instagram. So he posted about our brand, Silk the Rich, and then boom, our popularity in Japan has boomed. And at the same time, we went to big retail shops in Japan. And then they know the influencer, Mikura Sakura, 100%. So, wow, you got him in your company. Excellent. So they agreed on selling in their stores. So now it's booming now in Japan.
So what about your strategy here in the US? Are you looking to kind of do something similar and partner with an influencer? Or how do you kind of envision getting the word out here in the States?
I think, after coming here, it's just a half a year ago I came here and it's pretty hard to get into the market, So I'm trying to find a big influencer in Los Angeles as I did in Japan. But still, I'm new here and my English is not fluent as the native people like you. So it's really hard to get into and then understand the culture too. So yeah, I'm still struggling to get into it.
So you're sort of like just trying to figure out like your strategy. You're kind of, as you said, that you just got here 6 months ago, so you're not sure whether it's going to be like influencers or ads or other channels to really kind of get the word out here in the States.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn, and I'm still little by little learning little by little right now. So we're gonna start some TikTok shop or Instagram influencer marketing or some meta ads, but it's usual, right? It's what other brands do at the same time. So I think we need to do some big breakthrough, and then that would be the influencer marketing, as I did in Japan.
So do you view your product as more of like a premium product in specialty stores like an Erewhon,
Mhm.
or do you view it as like a mass product in like a Walmart or Target? Like what kind of stores here in the States do you see your products being in?
It's pretty like premium blend, but the cost will be per bottle, which is $29. So it's not that much expensive. So yeah, as you said before, now we are trying to get into Erewhon. So I'm talking with some people in Erewhon now, but it's not the brand for Target or CVC, CVS or some small drugstores. It's for premium brand.
Yeah, I think with shampoo, it's always interesting because like with compared to like other CPG products, you can't really sample it in a store.
Yeah.
Nobody can unless you give out packs, they still have to go home and shower and try it on. And so it's
Yeah.
I guess getting trial is much more challenging than like standards, CPG products.
That's true. And then, so at the first step, we had some issues when we started in Japan too. But we made a small package for 1 day use, and then in each event, we just spread it out to everyone. So that worked a little. But still, yeah, as you said, we can't. The customers can't try at the spot they came. So they gonna get the product and go back their home and then they're gonna try at night, but maybe they're gonna forget about the product after using that. But if I make some sake or soda brand, and then I can make you drink it at the same time now, and then I can discuss what is good, what is bad. So that is a hardship too.
So in terms of direct to consumer, right? Because I mean, obviously that you've done that in Japan, you've scaled this business over there. What are some of the differences when it comes to, retail direct to consumer in Japan versus here in the US that you've noticed in the first, 6 months?
That's a pretty good question. Everything is different. Like, the people in Japan, as I am, because I was in Tokyo for 25 years and now I'm 26, they like to go to retail stores like Don Quixote, which is the biggest variety shops in Japan. So it was a little bit easy to sell because if we could put our item in the store, then our brand has some good remarks from the customers.
Right.
But here in the States, especially like California, it's so big city and then big state, I mean. So they don't buy the item in retail. Many of my friends say like they're gonna buy the item online. So I need to put everything in landing page, I mean homepage. And then, but also I need some storylines more than Japan's one because Japanese people buy items if big influencers say it's good, they're gonna buy, we're gonna buy. But people in the States have some thoughts like even if the influencers say it's good, I want to decide it. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit different, I guess, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think like especially nowadays, and this is kind of what I've seen, it's more about UGC, right? So it's not the influencers, more about like actual like content from regular people, and that
Yeah.
builds more trust, because influencers, yeah, it's like they get paid for a promotion, and like you don't know if they're actually, like the product, what their actual thoughts are.
Yeah, you guys think more than us, I guess, when you buy items.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think especially because like in the past I think now you definitely see that there's certain influencers that have a certain like authority. Like here in Austin, we have, Joe Rogan, who's, he's very notorious for only promoting products that he actually uses. So I think there are certain people like that. But yeah, I mean, many influencers over the years have kind of promoted whatever products will pay them the most. And
Yeah.
it can be hard to, differentiate if they're actually liking the product versus just,
hmm
promoting a product and being paid for it.
That's true.
Yeah. So I guess in terms of your vision, right? Like right now we're still in Q1 here of 2025. So what are
Yeah.
some of your biggest goals for the rest of this year?
So in terms of this year, like 2025, I want to expand the market in US more than now. And then we're gonna make the ratio of the sales more close to like 15 percentages to 20 percentages in our company. I mean, now it's like 4 percentages outside Japan. Actually, now we are selling in 10 countries, and
Oh,
then
wow.
we're gonna expand, yeah, mainly in Asian countries though. So we want to expand the countries as well to like 15 to 20 countries. But the main point is selling in US.
So are you focused on certain parts of the country? Obviously, that you're in California right now. So are you looking to focus on California or also like other markets like New York, Texas? Like what are you kind of looking at from that standpoint?
First of all, now we are selling in Asian people in California because in California, as you know, there are a lot of Asian people and some Japanese people, so it's so easy to sell to them because they know our product because we are investing a lot in Asian countries. After making the product famous in California, I want to move on to New York, Texas, Chicago, some other big cities in the States. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge opportunity. Like it's super exciting. So obviously you started this company some time ago. So if you could go back in time to before you got started, what is the one biggest piece of advice that you wish you knew?
To me, right? Like advice from me to me, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a interesting question. Like as I said before, like I'm 26 and 3 years ago I studied this business. So that was just after graduation from university for me. I didn't have any experience in the society, so I didn't know much about how to, proceed the business forward. I just had a passion to start business by myself, to go global. Yeah, I wanted to go global. Like I was that kind of young people 3 years ago. So I didn't have any strategy, but I talked to many people. I have a passion. I want to do IPO, big M&A in the future. So be my team like that. Oh, I think that worked a little, but if I could say something to him, I would say it's okay to go on and take risks for you, but think of the future. Like 2 years later, 3 years later, what you want to do or what is your goal in 3 years. I didn't think of much about my vision in 3 years or 5 years. I just thought like I want to do IPO or go global. So I think I would say that kind of timeline for him.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it definitely helps sometimes to have that time like in your head, certain goals, so you can kind of aspire to achieve these things. So I guess on that note, if somebody's watching this, if they wanted to find your business or to reach out to you, do you mind sharing your company website, social media, best ways to
Mhm.
get in contact?
Okay, so I think it's a podcast. So I guess it's
Right.
better to search online like Instagram, Silks Rich or Silks Rich underbar USA, then English site can pop up. It just launched last month, so it's not a big site, but you can search Silks Rich, Silk and the Rich. So yeah.
Well, thanks so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I could enjoy it. Thank you.